Once again, nerds, as promised, we are doing, again, 2 of these reaction videos today. This reaction is not technically to a trailer. This is the sneak peek footage from D23 at the new Star Wars movie, the Rise of Skywalker. I've seen a fraction of a snippet of a second that basically just the image of Dark Rey. Let's hit that intro, and then we're going to talk about a little bit of what I do know about this trailer before we actually get into the trailer.
Generally nerdy.
All right. So like I said, I saw, because I'm doing research for tomorrow's episode, Week in Nerddom, I saw an image, and I believe it was just a GIF of Rey. At first, it's a close-up shot of her face, and she's wearing a dark hood, and there are 2 lightsaber blades, 2 red lightsaber blades, no less, that are kind of going across her face. I'm sure this is going to be in the trailer, because I'm pretty sure they made the GIF from the trailer. Anyway, the 2 lightsaber blades going across her face, and then it's a hard cut to a medium shot, so it's her from the waist up, a little bit more than the waist, a little lower than that, but and those 2 blades apparently are on the same saber, and one of them swoops down and it becomes a double-edged lightsaber. Now, my theory about this is that, and this may or may not actually come to fruition in this trailer, or this footage, I guess, is more appropriate. But my theory is that this is not going to be something that actually happens in the movie. This is going to be a dream or a prophecy of some sort that I mean, obviously it will technically happen in the movie, but it's not going to be the course that Rey actually goes down. This is just going to be, if you don't stop what you're doing, then this will be your future, something along those lines. I don't think Rey is actually going to make a turn to the dark side. They have not set that up at all in any of these movies, so not super likely to happen. But if it does happen, then it will be one of the better subversions we've seen from a Disney movie for a really long time. Like, you can't even really think of the last time we were subverted that. Well, I don't know. You could argue that the Last Jedi, there was some pretty hard subversion going on there, but that was unintentional. Rian Johnson thought he was doing some great stuff there. Anyway, let's again, we're doing the proper footage from the Star Wars YouTube channel. There are a couple other channels that say they have a new trailer. I think it's just the same footage. We're going to get into that as much as we can, though. So without further ado, doing this and going here, and let's make that big. All right. Throwback footage. Nothing new, nothing new.
We've passed on all we know.
Now we're into the prequel trilogy.
1,000 generations live in you now.
1,000 generations live in you now. And now we're into the sequel trilogy. And ooh, very colorful. Red eyes. What is that all about?
Your journey
journey nears its end. Oh, I'm totally right. I'm totally right. I called that. Is that the whole thing? Yes, of course that's the whole thing. Okay, so here's how I know I'm right. Your journey. Nears its end. And then cut to this. With the Vader breathing in the background. So let's take a look at this for a second, shall we? Hyper stylized lighting on her face, the Vader breathing in the background, the Emperor talking, saying your journey nears its end. What the Emperor did this to Luke in a different way, though. We also got that. The when Luke was training and he went into that cave, he saw his face in the Vader mask. We went too far. And that's kind of what this looks like. She's in a cave. This is not real. This is totally not real. This is her learning that she's susceptible to the dark side just like everyone else. Though I really, really dig this double-edged lightsaber she's got. That's really freaking cool how narrow the handle is. Because Darth Maul's, if you remember, was friggin' huge. Ray Park made it look easy to handle, but if you've seen a replica of that thing, the hilt on that is gigantic. Just friggin'. Anyway, so her being able to close her fist around it, A, because she has presumably smaller hands than Ray Park, but B, like even Ray just clenching that makes for such a more dramatic image. But yeah, the makeup on her face, there is nothing else in this trailer, and that's exactly what this is. This is a proper trailer with a little bit of extra footage tacked on the front to make it feel like something more. But nothing about this trailer is even hinting that that's what's going to happen. So we're going to bring this volume down because it's a little loud. So we're celebrating all of these things, and the Empire, or that's a thing to discuss too. Why do you suppose he has red eyes? Potentially, I feel like this is going to be another one of those jokes. I know you don't recognize me because I have this red arm. It's probably going to be something like that, only it's probably going to be a red-eye joke, something like he's been up for too long or something like that. I would imagine that will be more in line with, oh no, C-3PO's gone to the dark side. That's not likely. He's always been the comic relief. There's no reason to think that that's going to change. So learning the art, she's teaching herself is what this looks like. She's teaching herself how to be a Jedi. I mean, she's having trouble with it, obviously, because you can see the frustration on her face, but she's still learning. I think they took the notes that all of the fans have been giving, or the negative fans at least have been giving, about she's a Mary Sue. She just all of a sudden has all these powers and no issue. There is nothing stopping her. She is just all freaking powerful all of a sudden. I think they're going to be changing it up in this. She's going to struggle. That's what this says to me. Is we're going to see Rey struggle finally in the third freaking movie. Your journey. It's going to be so awesome to see Ian McDiarmid as the Emperor again. But so this again, she's fighting Kylo. There's nothing about this is Rey turning to the dark side. And then we're back to this super stylized, and then this quasi smirk too, I feel like is telling that this is her looking at herself, looking at her potential future. This is not her actually turning to the dark side. Oh, December's gonna be so awesome. I'm super stoked about this. Yeah. 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 So that's that is my prediction. You heard it right here on Generally Nerdy First. That is definitely my prediction. Uh, there so far there's nothing to prove me wrong, though there's very little to prove me right. I feel like I have a pretty decent argument though. I don't think Abrams is going to go completely left field with this. That's not what he does. He cleans up messes. He brings together universes and so on and so forth. So that I there's no reason to think that Rey's going to the dark side. That is there to throw us off. They've done this in previous with previous movies. So definitely how this is likely to be going. But that is the end of this reaction video, guys. I'm not even going to go into those other videos because I'm fairly certain they are just the exact same with the other channel that has posted the trailer, has tacked on something at the end for their end screen because this had no end screen. Anyway, that is the end of the reaction video, guys. What do you think I missed in this reaction video? Let's have that comment or that discussion down in the comments. There's a website, generallynerdy.net. There's a Patreon, patreon.com/generallynerdy. That is the place to go support the channel more directly. It's much appreciated. You can click on the boxes right there next to my face to find other stuff going on the channel. Before we do, guys, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.